All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of What's Cooking Bee. It's your girl, Vakanya. I am super excited to have you here for another episode to really see what's going on with me and what is on the menu. So let's get right into it. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our recipes before we get into the real deal of what I'm cooking. But I guess I can cut through the chase and just let you guys know, right? Like, why not? So I am making today farfalle, which is an Italian pasta, which actually means butterflies, believe it or not. So a little fun fact for you of the day. I do have some asparagus here. I have ragu, which is the garlic Parmesan sauce, because we're using a lot of Parmesan. As you can see right here, I have some shredded Parmesan cheese. I have some diced or minced garlic. What just fell and wanted to make an early introduction, this right here is some cheese, which I wanted to get some shredded cheese, but it's okay, we can use this. Heavy cream. We got some carnation milk over here. And then of course we have to have our seasonings. So garlic powder. I have some paprika. I have some all-purpose seasoning in here, as well as adobo Goya, which is something that I commonly use, and some calypso. Last but not least, these two ingredients are really for decorations, and you guys will see this later. So I have a lemon, lemon, not lime. I always get them confused. Y'all know English is my second language. Anyway, so I have some lemon already sliced, and then I have some radishes, as well as some chopped up green onions. So this is most of our ingredients. I know you guys are like, all right, girl, what are you making? What are you making? I already told y'all what I'm making, but let's see what's gonna go on top of what I'm making, on top of the farfalle. We do have some scallops over here that I'm going to also be adding on top of it to just make it look a little brizzle dazzle. And right now I have it already soaked in some lemon juice, which is jus citron. Make sure you guys check this out. This particular brand is actually in Walmart. It has not bouillie, Haiti. Y'all know I gotta represent for my country. So get this one if you want to get some quick already pre-squeezed lemon juice. And then of course you gotta have some salt. Already sprinkled some salt in here. Have this soaked. I have my lemon, because of course the base of this whole food is going to have a very lemon zesty taste. And some bacon for my bacon lovers. If you're not a bacon lover, it's okay. You can actually skip that whole part out. But last but not least, I always have to have my épices, you guys. You'll soon get to be able to actually get my épices and be able to buy it. How amazing is that? Like, to be able to cook, like, What's Cooking Bee? Like, hello, that is the goal. So for right now, you gotta wait a little bit. So maybe your food might not have that, you know, like mine does. But I promise you it's coming soon. So on that note, let's get into it. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and start with our farfalle. I have to say it like that. And I have this water. All I have in here is some oil and some salt, and it has been cooking or pre-cooking for about, or actually boiling. Like, can you cook water or you boil water? It has been boiling for about 10 minutes. And now I just go ahead and dip the farfalle in here and keep it on high. You know, this should actually take about 12 to 15 minutes for it to cook, but really 10 to 12 minutes should actually work, because we don't want it to be too overcooked, because we're gonna cook it again with all of our sauce and everything. So 10 to 12 minutes is good. If you want to kind of take it overboard, if you really want to cook, 15 minutes max, no more than that. So while that is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and start with how I make my scallops and actually season them so you guys can see. I know I have already seasoned some episodes for you guys, but with the scallops, you really don't have to do much, right? Because all you need to put in there is some lemon juice and some salt, like I mentioned. And this is really because we want to take all of the excess bacteria or whatever might be in here, just kind of like deal away with that. So after you put you've soaked it in your salt and everything, you rinse it out, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our ippies, which, oh my gosh, you guys, I can't wait to be actually able to know that you guys are actually using this in your food. And I know if you've been watching me for now, you know that I use ippies on everything. It's a game changer, you guys. So if you were paying attention, which sometimes I'm not, I actually only did like about 3 scoops with my hands. You guys, I really want to teach y'all like to go with your gut feeling. Like I keep saying, I know I should probably use measuring stuff, and I always have it out, but maybe season 2. We'll get there though. We'll get there. So let's come over here real quick because I have all of my all-purpose seasonings right here. First things first, always use adobo. I use Goya products a lot because, you know, it's something that I grew up using. So put a little bit of that, just sprinkle it very, very lightly because, again, my ippies already has a lot of these seasoning in them. I'm just kind of reinforcing it a little bit more. So the next thing that I used was the Malibu all-purpose seasoning. And then I have some garlic powder here, which I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle. I just sprinkle it twice, up, down, back, up, down, or down, up, I should say. And then I do have some paprika, smoked paprika. I'm just going to go ahead and with the paprika, you do want to go ahead and mesh it so that way the other side get it too. So instead of just doing up, down, back, down, up, do up, down, stir, stir, back, down, up, if that makes sense. And this is gonna actually give it a little bit of the golden brown color that we're looking for once we start stir frying it, or I guess you could say frying it. So I've already used all of these, and then we are actually good to go on this part. So we'll bring this baby over here. So with the pan, you can use a frying pan or like anything really, but just keep it on high. I've had this preheating for a little bit of time, and I often use vegetable oil. You can use whatever oil that you want, but just spread a little bit of oil in here, and then kind of like making sure that the oil sits for a little bit of time, so when we put our scallop, it just sizzles right away. I do have butter. If you don't like to use oil, you're welcome to use butter. That's perfectly fine. I have it. I use both because the butter has this rich buttery taste that I absolutely love. So in addition to the oil, as it starts to cook, I like to put butter to make sure that it's not drying. So now we're just gonna go ahead and start placing our scallops. You can use a prong if you want, if you don't want to touch it. I like to feel the texture of the food in my hand. I'll be honest with you guys, my hand is actually burning right now because I cut myself earlier. So I got all that, you know, seasoning and the lemon juice and shit. But I'm gonna thug it out though, you know, like I always do. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying watching me so far. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. But I'm pretty sure you subscribe because this is like, I don't know what episode, but you're still watching. So make sure you continue to watch. Thank you so much for your support. It's much appreciated. I don't know where this is gonna go, but we're gonna go there together. We'll be right back with how this actually turns out. I'm gonna put the drink down for a quick moment and we're gonna check on our progress so far. So this, you guys, like I said, 10 to 12 minutes, it should cook. We're at that 10 to 12 max. Pretty good to go. And how you know, the tips typically get a little bit whiter than the insides. So if I was to squeeze it right now, it should, I hope, I don't, lying on myself, it should just automatically snap together. Oh, shoot, it is hot. Be careful, you guys. But it did snap, if you can see it. So that's how you know it is actually cooked. 10 to 12 minutes, you should be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and drain that. I had it on low. You can keep it on low just so that way the water stay hot. And then while we're about to get ready to drain this, I just wanted to kind of come here real quick and check on our scallops. You guys, there's one thing that I didn't put in the scallops, and that was actually the diced or minced garlic. So I went ahead and added that, and the only other thing I added was just a dab. I mean, like a little dab. I'm gonna put some more because I just like the buttery taste in everything. So, and you can see, like, just make sure like you have an even layout on both ends of the garlic. Each I guess size, you could say, should be golden brown, like a nice even golden brown. Like you guys can see right here where this is darkened, and then this, let me show y'all, this other side is not. Just flip it over, make sure you get a nice even color on every side. And this should really take overall 15 minutes, 5 minutes on each side to cook. It really doesn't take that long. I know people do less, but again, I'm really about food tasting like orgasm in your mouth, right? Like, apologies for the little children. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all don't need to know what that is anyways. Like, this ain't for y'all. But if y'all want to learn how to cook, this food should taste like love in your mouth, pretty much. You should taste it and feel like, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. So I like to take my time. I don't like to rush nothing. I'm not going to do 1 to 2 minutes on each side. I'm going to do 5 just to be on the safe side and make sure that it's actually fully cooked thoroughly and I have the color that I want. So we're going to wait on that. We're almost done. Keep it on low because you don't want to burn nothing while you're waiting. We're gonna leave that over here, and we're coming right here, and we're gonna get our sauce prepared for our, oh, I don't even have the box to even say, farfalle. Oh my goodness, look at me, I was like about to forget. Farfalle. So once we drain that, this is the sauce that we're gonna go ahead and start prepping right now. I do, like I already told y'all already, I have some Parmesan sauce, roasted garlic Parmesan sauce that I'm gonna put in here. You don't need a whole lot, just enough. I want to get I don't know if y'all like to save as much as I do, but I'm not gonna buy this whole thing. I don't know how much it was. It was probably like $5.99 at Walmart, and for me to just not get all of my stuff worth. So I'm gonna get this scoop. Make sure y'all get this scoop. Take this water on my face. And scoop out the excess Alfredo sauce that you pay $5.99 for. If you feel like this is too cheap, like you don't want to do it, that's all on you, but get your money's worth. So we got all of this out. For our sauce, we already got our garlic Parmesan Alfredo sauce. I have some carnation milk. I'm gonna use 2 cans. It's actually 1.5, but you don't need to know all that details. You can actually use 2 whole cans. I've already kind of cut them, so just pour that baby in. And the reason why I'm using so much is because I really want to have a lot of sauce on my pasta, or I should say farfalle. Hopefully I said that right for all of my Italianos. So we're gonna stir that all together, and then I have some heavy cream. It doesn't really matter what brand. Don't make life complicated as it already is. I'm gonna pour some heavy cream on here. Now some of you guys might ask, why so much milk and cream? Because we like everything creamy, baby. Like, why not? So we have all of this together. We're gonna just go ahead and stir. And then next up, take this over to our already preheated pan. And all that I have on here, you guys, is really some butter. country rock to be exact. I have some country rock butter, and then I did have my ippies, which you guys will one day be able to buy. And so this has already been on here preheating. You can keep it on high. I had put it on low because I didn't want nothing to burn. And then all of your sauce, you're gonna go ahead and pour it on here. And I know it seems a little bit of chunky, but that's because you guys haven't had a chance to stir it yet. So we'll go ahead and stir to get all of that mixed in together. And then the next thing we do is just really add our spices to make sure, you know, it has a really nice taste, creamy but yet savory with all of our flavors in there. So we're gonna come back here and get our garlic, our all-purpose seasoning, adobo. Why so much? Because if you really got the flavor, is it really a mixture of just one thing? Like, can you just really just do salt and pepper? No, you cannot. You have to have all of these different ingredients in there. So it's really only like 4 ingredients. You really not that bad. All right, first things first, we're gonna put some garlic pepper on here. Sprinkle, 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 boom, bada bing, bada boom. And then next thing we have our adobo, sprinkle, 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 bada bing, bada boom. My ancestors telling me to stop, stop, girl, stop, stop. And then we have some all-purpose seasoning. You don't need that much. All right, that's what they told me. So we're stopping right there. It just has to be a gut feeling, you guys. Just go with your gut, you know, like don't question it, just do it. And then this is some calypso sauce because I actually like some spiciness. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour some calypso sauce on here. And we're done with this. We're gonna go ahead and let it do its thing. And then next up, I'm gonna show you guys what the finished product look like. All right, y'all. So we have our meal. We're gonna go ahead and add our final little topper, just a dab of Parmesan cheese on there. And of course you have your asparagus, which I didn't show you guys how I did them in this video, but it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to cook an asparagus. I took 10 minutes. If you want to do something shorter than that, you are welcome to do so. I did go ahead and add some garlic. Actually, should I tell you? I don't think so. Make sure you stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But I just wanted to show you guys the finished product. Et voila. We'll see how many times I can actually get farfalle, right? So this is some garlic Parmesan farfalle with scallops. I have some Parmesan cheese on top of it with your chopped up green onions and some bacon, as well as your asparagus. This can be done for dinner, for 2 if you got somebody special in your life. If you don't, dinner for 7 because it's you and the 7 others like myself. Or this actually could be for lunch. So this is the finished product. Et voila. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of What's Cooking Bee. Thank you so very much for watching, for staying tuned. I'm super duper excited to have you guys here with me. Continue to watch my journey as I continue to grow and we continue to explore. I appreciate you. It's been a pleasure. Hey.